For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Hi guys, it's Michaela with Your Everyday Woman, and today I want to talk about plans for our lives, and more specifically, God's plans for our lives. This video is for all of you who may be graduating high school, who may be graduating college, or who maybe just don't quite know what the next step is in your life. And for me, the verse, the Bible verse Jeremiah 29:11, it means a lot to me. It's played a huge role in my life as far as trying to navigate what God wants for me. And I've carried it with me since, honestly, it actually became my senior quote in high school when I was trying to pick out what I wanted to say in my high school yearbook. And that verse is, I was looking on Pinterest and it stood out to me, and it's stuck with me since. So, and for me, you know what, I feel like I've seen God work in my life, and I feel like I've seen His plans laid out, as far as getting married and having kids, and more specifically, the fact that I married Marty, who never thought my wildest dreams would be the kind of person I would marry, and right down to just all the little quirks that he has. We fit so well together, and I truly believe that it was because God had that planned. And on top of that, for me to be a mom and have a stepdaughter, I never thought that I'd become a stepmom in my life, and it's been such a blessing. And then to have my little one here whose smile just lights up a whole room. So, and for a while there, I didn't necessarily know what my plans were or what God's plans were for me. I started off by going to college. I figured, okay, high school, college, and then what, people around me started to get married. And, I was young having kids. I was young being able to do all that in my life. And for a time, I wondered if what my heart's desires were God's plans for me. And I had to start and pray about it, and I had to just, think and wonder, and then I started having doubts, I want this so much. Is God going to even give it to me, or is it going to be, something that, does He have different plans for me? And I learned down the road that what that actually meant was God puts the desires in our heart for a reason. He put the desire for me to have a wife and to have kids, and to be able to do that so He could give that to me to the fullest extent, just not always in my timing. So for me, there's a saying, and I've been told it a couple of times by those around me. It goes, you stay where God put you last until He gives you a clear direction of where to go next. And that goes right along with the verse, for I know the plans I have for you. So for you to be able to do that and trust that He has a plan for you, even though you feel like you're being repetitive for a while, that's just all a part of having that patience to be able to go forward and just wait on the Lord. And by waiting, you are essentially going forward because you're allowing God to work in you while you're waiting to go. So you know what? It is okay if you're not sure where to go next or what to do. It's okay to just be waiting and be content, because during that time that God gives you that opportunity to truly rely on Him and truly just wait until the next step it is taken. It's okay to just humbly wait. That's definitely, it's a good test for your life to be able to do that, because we all go through phases of that. We all go through phases of waiting, and then before you know it, you're on such a whirlwind of stuff going on. When I met my husband, it was during a tragedy that was going on through our county, and we were both in a good place in our lives, in a helpful place in our hearts to where we wanted to help out. And God allowed us to have this love story, and that turned into just a whirlwind of stuff. We were both doing really good spiritually. We were both doing really good in our walk. I mean, we were both at different spots at the time, but we were both headed in kind of, I don't want to say the same direction, but we both had the same goals of what we wanted out of life. And through that, God allowed us to do what it is we wanted to do. And well, it was his plans all along, just not in the way we thought it would be. So, moral of the story, it's okay to wait, because when God says go, he's gonna send you somewhere, and he's gonna have you go bigger than you thought you would go. And because of those times of waiting, I don't feel like I could have been more blessed. So I've got my notes here. And my kid trying to play, but you all know how that works by now. Isn't she cute? Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 say to trust in the Lord your God with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will lead your path straight, or make your path straight, sorry. You guys, we don't need an answer. We don't need to have an immediate plan. Sometimes it's best to take things day by day and trust God to take the wheel. You never know what amazing things can happen if we just quit stressing and allow God to show us the way, and in his timing. So anyway, I would love to know, do you feel as if God has a plan for your life? Or are you still waiting to hear from him? While you're waiting, or while you're in the midst of stuff where you feel like you've got a good plan, or at least you know where you see God working at your life right now. I mean, there will always be times where we're waiting and wondering, and then there will be times where we feel like God's given us a clear direction. But anyway, while you are waiting, I would highly encourage you to just keep praying and keep asking what his plans are for you, and you will get that answer. It may not always be in your timing, and honestly, your timing is never, it's best to rely on God's timing anyway. I mean, yeah, there are times where your time will line up with God's time, but in the reality of it, if we just wait on him to give us an answer, we will know what to do, where to go, and when. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. God bless and goodbye. And God bless and goodbye. Bye.